Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. It is day 2 of Paris Blockchain Week, and we are here at the Bubble Maps booth, and we are here with the one and only Alex from Aptos. How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Thank you for having me.
I am doing amazing.
Honored.
Well, thank you. No, thank you for taking the time. How is Aptos doing today?
It's doing great. Doing great.
Even with all of the market, is your hair a representation of the market? Red?
I'm about to make it green, actually. Just because, we have to. No, but it's different if you ask me how is Aptos doing or how is the token doing.
Yeah.
The answer is going to be very different. So let's talk about Aptos as a network.
Who cares about tokens?
I do actually.
Let's talk about Aptos.
Yes.
Where did Aptos come from?
Initially, Aptos came from Facebook, actually.
Yeah.
Facebook was developing the DM project, and then they spun out, and some of the developers came to Aptos, some went to another one, and then they created...
We won't talk about that one.
I didn't even say a name. Well, everybody knows, I feel like.
Yeah.
So developed the Move language, became Aptos. That's today.
Move has been a really interesting language for a lot of people to work with on a developer side, but you guys have really focused more towards the institutionals.
So we did last year, actually. We focused a lot on institutions. This year, though, 2025, the goal is to 10x the ecosystem. And so we're very focused on DeFi, trading, and payments. And so the goal is for Aptos to become the global trading engine. So now it's a little bit less institutional focus because we kind of have that already, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be much more of ecosystem, Web3 native.
So are you going to be doing hackathons and builder grants?
We do builder grants. We have been doing them. We're going to do it way more, though, as far as, the amount that we give and the cadence at which we give it. Money. But I will say something, though. We want to fund things that make sense for what we want to see, right?
So do you want the pump fund of Aptos?
We have one.
What is it?
We have two, actually. One is called Aptos. The other one is called emojicoin.fund. You can trade emojis, essentially. But meme coin is one thing. I think Solana is doing it beautifully. Base is doing it beautifully as well. Is it a narrative that's on Aptos? Probably not, to be completely fair. And I think it's okay. It's a different type of community.
Yeah.
So I think we're more focused on the very DeFi side of things and payments as opposed to meme coins. But I would love to see them regardless, for sure.
So you guys have there's several different wallets that support Aptos. What's your big one?
The biggest one I want to say is Petra.
Petra's pretty cool. I like it. And
you have it?
Of course I do.
Arculus card too.
I do.
Yes.
Because you guys have a really cool partnership with Arculus, so people are able to, one of the things that's hard when people get into a new chain is a way to self-custody safely their assets. And you guys did a really great partnership with Arculus. And so what are some other cool partnerships that you guys have?
So yeah, Arculus was really fun. You got the card yourself. It was a core storage wallet that looks like a payment card. We did that for the Aptos experience in Korea last year. The Aptos experience is going to be in New York, by the way, in 2025, so stay tuned for that. We have a lot of great partnerships. Bubble Maps is one of them. I love being able to see a visual analytics like this. And then, as we mentioned, we had a lot of cool institutions last year. This year, for example, a recent one that happened is with Pact. I don't know if you know them a little bit.
PAK?
PACT.
PAC. I don't. Tell me about PAC.
Yeah, so it's bringing credits on chain. So the goal is to do $1 billion worth. It's happening.
$1 billion.
The B. We're talking with the B. Bringing credit on chain. So that goes with payments and just making money move.
Okay. So where can people find Aptos online?
I want to say Twitter is the best place.
And that is APTOS.
APTOS. You can find me too. APTALIX. Pretty easy.
All right. Look for Miss Red, who's soon going to be Miss Green.
Listen, one thing that I'm not sure about is the green hair.
Why not?
I have the green eyes, though. I am the market.
Okay, all right. So, how have you liked Paris Blockchain Week so far?
I love it. I really wanted to come this year because this is my hometown, right? I'm a French girl. And I think it's amazing, honestly. I was very impressed on the first day yesterday. I meet good quality people. And I think for me it matters more than meeting a ton of people. I just want to build really good relationships at the end of the day. And find people who are really interesting and who have, a view of the space that I enjoy because, it's not always the case, right? And it's been really
She's talking about me.
Never. Never.
So I always say that the alpha is at the conference. Not whatever conference around the world. I've been to a few conferences.
What's your favorite?
That's a very hard question because that's a very open-ended question. Favorite for what?
That you have the best memory of.
Best memory of. So I have great memories at all of them. But overall, I would have to say for like all the check boxes, ETH Denver. And the ETH Denver experience, because ETH Denver isn't just 3 days or 4 days, it's like usually 3 weeks of hackathons, events, side conferences, and stuff like that. And so it's just not focused on the Ethereum side, and Ethereum Denver, ETH Denver is focused on builders and has a great hackathon community and really supporting, but we see all of the protocols show up. We see all of the people. The number one thing I love about ETH Denver, it's free.
Oh, that is a very important point. We talked about that actually before.
We did.
Off camera, of the record. Oh, so do you go to the 3 weeks of ETH Denver every year?
2 to 3 weeks of it, yeah.
Nice. How was it this year?
So they did it a little shorter this year.
I should hold the mic at this point.
Yeah, what? No. It's a week and a half. You don't touch a man's mic without permission.
Sorry.
Wait, she did ask. She asked. She
did ask, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Consent.
What a world we live in.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, so you were saying?
So it was shorter. It was only about 2 weeks this year, but they extended the conference from 3 days to 4 days. So that threw a lot of people off, but it was still an amazing time. It was different from me because my project, we were hosting 4 different events. And so we were sort of like, not our coming out of the closet type of thing, because we came out of stealth last year. But what was really special to me for ETH Denver this year is I was a community nominated and voted on speaker. So got to speak on main stage without having to pay for it.
Wait, that's actually a very important point. What did you talk about?
I talked about the importance of privacy in the age of AI agents.
Okay, that's great.
And data.
Congratulations. That's a win.
It was a total win, and so ETH Denver always has my heart. We have other amazing conferences like the entire Token 2049 events, both in Singapore and Dubai. We have Dubai coming up.
Yeah.
Breakpoint holds a really special thing in my heart. This actually last year was my first actual Breakpoint, because the year before I spent 5 weeks in New York covering the SBF trial. I was in court every day covering
I didn't know that about you.
I was on the front page of the New York Times. How come you didn't know that?
Wait, I didn't see it. You need to show me after that.
Okay, I guess I will.
I guess I will.
Toot, toot. So, what's up next for Aptos?
2025 is going to be really important for many reasons. I think I'm really looking forward to seeing all the efforts that we've been putting into DeFi come to fruition. I'm expecting in the next 2-3 months. You mentioned a hackathon. I'm working on us to do a very big hackathon this year, which is going to be probably in the United States. I think with the regulation shift, it's an important time to be in the U.S. market.
It has been a huge regulatory shift from go elsewhere to come build here.
Yeah.
So it's been what I'm really looking forward to, what I think is going to be a really interesting conference this year, Money 2020 Las Vegas. TradFi meets DeFi.
TradFi meets, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. When is it?
Like August, October.
Okay, so I think the timing is pretty important here too, because you want to have enough time for changes to actually happen and be in full effect.
We just had the Digital Asset Summit in New York, and that was an amazing conference.
You were there?
Yes.
You have to be careful.
I was there.
Wow.
Proof of attendance.
I wasn't, but I heard really good things about it.
It was amazing. So once again, TradFi meets DeFi. Having the sitting president make a video to address the crowd. People call that a nothing burger because he didn't really say anything of substance, but the fact that he even did.
Yeah, it's symbolic, right? It's the first time that any president really addressed a crypto conference. It's never happened before. So it's for the symbol of it. It's not really what's in what they say, because politics will be politics. At the end of the day, let's face it. No, I think it's interesting. We'll see how the end of the year goes. I'm looking forward to that.
We will. And there's a lot of different things on the regulatory side of things happening here in Europe. We're seeing a huge advancement of stable coins. And so this might be a really interesting year.
You think for Europe?
I think for Europe, I think for the rest of the entire world.
For the world, probably. I do believe that Europe is a little bit behind.
I disagree.
Why?
So France started giving grants to Web3 companies and builders in 2022. So France did a really interesting thing where they were doing, and we started seeing this shift in hackathons as well. Instead of just giving grants for saying, I want to do something, build something, France started doing milestone grants to companies. So people entrepreneurs could have ideas, could get initial funding from the government, and then if they needed it, they could continue as they were meeting their goals. And so while the rest of Europe wasn't really moving forward with any regulation at all, we saw France. Now, don't get me wrong, crazy things came out of that. I won't even get into details on some of the metaverse project ideas, but the fact that France was willing to do that, I think was really interesting. We saw with Station F coming out and really sort of giving a home to builders here. It's been a really cool thing. France has a really awesome Web3 community.
I think France has a great Web3 community. I think France has some of the best engineering school, right? So by default, you get some of the best developers. But what I will say, as someone who's from Europe but live in the US and then spread my time between Asia and the United States, the Europe as a whole, France included, does not have a system that really pushes entrepreneurs forward. It's really, really hard to be an entrepreneur in Europe in general. I know it's the case in the UK, it's the case in France. Germany is a little bit like that as well, whether it's on the tax side of things or just the support that you get.
Yeah.
And I think in Web3, it is so heavily focused on being an entrepreneur in a space that's very risky and volatile. And so I don't think that creates an environment that's really pushing people to actually make advancements and innovate in this space. That's like the things that I think it would take a lot of changes on a government level for it to happen.
And as the U.S. changes their policies, we'll see if maybe that trickles out throughout the rest of the world.
That would be great. But the U.S., even without the regulations, was already very ahead when it comes to innovation, just because being an entrepreneur is really rewarded. It's very much possible. The American dream is a real thing. From someone who's not from there, that's the reason I moved there. You can really become anyone.
You can. It's an interesting time. We're in a great time to be alive, right?
Yeah, of course. We are.
So, as we wrap this up, what was the last shitcoin you bought?
I don't know if I can say. I think it was on Solana. No, it might have been on Base. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second to think about it.
I like how she never said it was on Aptos.
It wasn't. Oh, actually, you know what? It was an emoji coin. It was a dog coin, the dog face.
Did you check it out on Bubble Maps first?
Bubble Maps is yet to integrate Aptos. They say it's coming in Q2. It's on camera. I'm very much looking forward to that. But we will be able to after that.
All right. That will be awesome to see. All right. Any last words of wisdom or thoughts as we close this out?
I was like, do I say something really, really retarded? Or do I say like a real quote?
You can say whatever you want.
Recently I posted a video of this guy who's like, you gotta keep trying, motherfucker. And that's what we need.
And as always, a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity can never come a-knocking.
You know another one that I really like?
What is it?
I got tattooed on myself recently, actually. It's in Japanese, tattooed in my back. It says, emptiness is itself a possibility of being filled. So when you feel like it's empty, like there's nothing, take it as a chance for it to be anything you want, really.
Amazing. And this is with Aptos at Paris Blockchain Week, Day 2.